to the valley where I harvest my grain. I take a look at my wife and realize she's very plain, but that's just perfect for an
Alright, so they have free trials for like 14 days. It will basically watermark your video, but that's okay because it really is pretty neat how this goes about. I'm gonna start from scratch, and it's really easy to figure out, to be honest with you. There's so many play tools. What I will tell you today is, please limit it to less than a minute. Okay, less than a minute. I would say 30 seconds or less would be the best fit, because you're not going to do, you can skip all this, you're not going to do what it wants you to do. At the bottom here, you're not going to do a full movie. What you're going to do is a scene. Maybe you pick a class or whatever. At the bottom, it looks a lot like iMovie. Right? If I don't like that, I can delete that and add my own space. It has a search bar, which if I wanted to type in school or schooling, it would probably give me some schools. Alright, it doesn't really look like our school necessarily, but we're going to throw it in there anyway. You can remove things if you wanted to. Alright, you can reshape things, and it'll give you a line of sizing and alignment, which I think is pretty neat. If you wanted it to look a little different, you could put the door on the other side if you wanted to. Alright, so anyways, it is pretty neat with that. You could have things rotate, and we're going to talk about that. Let's click on some people. Let's say you wanted to, let's see if they have like teachers.
No, they have students maybe.
Do they? Alright. If nothing else, you can customize your characters. Let me find someone. Oh, I don't. Okay. So let's say she was in front of that desk and we don't want to. They have bring it forward and send it back. So now she's behind the desk. So like if you wanted this to be like Mrs. Turner or whatever. Alright. One of the things that you can do is make sure that, you know, you can add an expression, you can change her actions, whatever you wanted to if she was sitting there. Alright. So the other thing that you do is you can add motion. Oh, I messed that up. You gotta drag the other one. So you can add motion, and she'll basically move. Movement, enter, exit. You can have her exit. Alright, I think like that. You can have her enter. You can have her movement, and just put it right there in front of her. So there's a lot of things to play with. Another thing is the dialogue. If you don't feel like mic recording, you click on mic recording. You have to allow put your pens down and stop clicking them. Now, that's a terrible example of something that you would actually do. I was just kind of poking fun there, Miss Turner. It doesn't really incorporate learning like we want. A nice other way is you could do yourself and put this on here and do like what Zach was saying, was maybe a student, and you could so now it's behind. Alright, in your next scene you can do text. or excuse me, click on the character and hit dialogue, and you can actually have that character speak. And not have to use your own voice. Alright, you can do male, female, you can do Paul if you wanted to, generate a voice, and
I learned about shapes and math problems in Mrs. Turner's class.
so now when you click on preview up here, there's all kinds of things that you can do. I'm going over the very basics. When I click on preview, it moves.
Put your pens down and stop clicking them.
I learned about shapes and math problems in Mrs. Turner's class.
Alright, so now that's a simple animation. I know a lot of you guys, that might not be the best example for you. There is a ton of things. Let me tell you this. There are a ton. There's sounds that you can put in there for music. Okay, so now when I play it, alright, there's sounds. There's visual effects on here for background. Simple layouts. Let's see. Calls to action. No. I forgot where I saw it now, but you can throw in props and things like that. Scene settings, maybe it's effects. Watch this. So if I add a visual effect, like say I wanted snow, I don't know. All right. And I put that in. So now if I preview it, it'll snow. So you can have scene effects.
Put your pens down and stop clicking them.
I learned about shapes and math problems in Mrs. Turner's class.
Okay. There are a lot of different ways to do this. So have fun, and you would have to screen flow it.